When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, you chase something greater, no matter how difficult the path. On the dirt, in the sand, and beyond. The new 2024 Ridgeline Passport and Pilot, part of our most rugged trail sport lineup yet. From Honda.
Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate. I'm glad to be joined by Houma Fire Department's Fire Chief, Corey Henry. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right. It's my understanding that this morning they had that y'all had to respond to fire. Was it recently?
Yes, we did. At 6:30 this morning, we got dispatched to a possible house fire at 2609 Payne Street. Within 4 minutes, fire companies arrived and did find a house that had a large amount of fire coming from the rear. So crews made an initial attack, and in about an hour, we had the fire completely extinguished.
Okay, and it looks like we're showing some pictures there. It looks like some pretty substantial damage there.
Yeah, most of the back of the house, as you see, is destroyed. The fire crews were able to keep the majority of the fire to the outside of the structure, so there was limited damage inside.
That's certainly good. Were any people injured in this one, or?
No, everyone was able to get out prior to the fire. We was able to put 15 firefighters on scene within that time. So one house, the house on the side, the neighbor, did receive some heat damage.
Okay, all right. Well, certainly thankful that no one was injured and everybody made it out safe, and that you were able to save the structure itself. That's certainly good news for the residents involved.
Yes.
Certainly. Okay. This is again, this is National Fire Prevention Month. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I know you have some safety tips out that you'd like to.
Yep. So October is known nationwide as Fire Safety Month. So we go out, we do a heavy fire prevention push. We attend the schools that invite us to go in all over the parish. Not only in the city, but the fire districts outside also go into those school districts. And we give fire prevention classes to the kids. We show them the equipment that we have. And we really hound on smoke alarms. That's our second line of defense. First is to prevent the fire from happening. But if it does happen, smoke alarms save countless amounts of lives every year nationwide. Most of the time, it's not the fire that actually causes someone for the fire to be fatal. It's the smoke and the chemicals that are involved in that. And a smoke alarm can prevent that. It would alert you, especially when you're sleeping. So your senses are kind of sleeping also. So that smoke alarm will wake you up and let you know, hey, there's something here that you need to get out.
Okay. And do y'all have smoke alarms at y'all office that y'all set up for people?
We do. We get a grant from the State Fire Marshal's office. So all you have to do is give us a call. Let us know your address and your phone number, and we'll go out and install smoke alarms for free for you. We'll give you the smoke alarm, and we'll actually install it for you. You can call our office at 873-6391. And even if you're outside the city and you don't know your local fire department's number, just give us a call, and we'll get you in touch with the right people.
Well, that certainly is a good benefit, and certainly a good grant program that they have out there that people need to take advantage of while it's there.
Yes.
Certainly. Again, so this is October, which is Fire Prevention Month, but again, October at the end, we have Halloween. I know that's a time a lot of people, especially with the fall weather coming, a little bit cooler, people like to have fires. I know you have a few tips for those people out there that may want to do that.
Yeah, so just thinking about, the safety during Halloween is you want to make sure you have some type of light with you as you're walking down the street. I mean, Halloween's going to be during, that dusk period or into the night. So you want to make sure that, you're visible to any passing vehicles. You also want to make sure your costumes are kind of close to you. You don't have anything really dragging a whole bunch. So that just prevent it just a normal tripping or falling hazard. And also, though, if you pass by the jack-o'-lanterns, everybody likes to carve pumpkins and sometimes put candles in them. So as you're walking by those, be aware that they might have an actual flame in there that could damage something. So we don't want your costume to catch on fire. Or if you're putting any decorations up, we want to make sure that those candles are away from those decorations.
Certainly, and you make a good good point about those costumes that can have things that are dragging. I know a lot of times people are on golf carts or things with wheels like that, and anything dragging like that can certainly get sucked up by that tire and cause some injuries that way as well.
Yeah,
certainly. And again, with fire, it hasn't been raining a lot, recently. Are we in a drought currently? Is there any fire restrictions in place?
Currently, we do not have any fire restrictions in place. Usually the Department of Agriculture or the State Fire Marshal will send us those bans in. We were under red flag conditions from the National Weather Service last week, I think it was. It was just for a day. We were a little dry, but not enough to, consider a burn ban or anything, and we had high winds. So we do kind of concern ourselves with that. So just be cognizant if you're going to have a fire outside. Make sure that you have appropriate materials to put it out if you need to, whether it be a garden hose or some type of fire extinguisher. Make sure you're not around a lot of dry grass that can extend and keep the fire small.
Certainly small, and with those embers going up, you got to watch where those end up as well, especially when the wind kicks up. You got to always stay vigilant on what's happening with those. Yeah. Certainly.
And if something does get out of hand. People get nervous at times to call the fire department. We rather go out for nothing or something small than get the call 15, 20 minutes later, and it's something, a big fire that we have to deal with. So when in doubt, always just call us. We'll go out and we'll help you out as much as we can.
That's what you're all here for, right?
Yes.
So that's certainly a good thing. So, if you ever struggling with that and you think things may be getting out of hand, it's better to pick up the phone rather than waiting a little bit too long for that to happen.
Yes, never hesitate. Just call us.
And again, the phone number, if anybody out there wants to, again, to take y'all up on that smoke alarm
873-6391.
873-6391, and y'all take them. Best place to put it is all in the bedrooms.
Yeah, you want to put them in your sleeping areas for sure, in any corridor. The only area you want to kind of stay out of is the kitchen, and they do make special ones for that, just as we don't want a lot of false alarms, and you'll end up, pulling those out anyway.
All right. Well, thank you, Chief, for coming on and those helpful safety tips. We certainly wish y'all the best over there at the Houma Fire Department.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.